Hello, my nomad souls. Welcome to another episode of Wise Expats, where we learn the ins and outs of living in Hungary. I'm your host, Juliana Cabrera, and today we have a really problematic issue, which can be the first limitation for you before starting as a freelancer, and that's it, taxations. So we will discuss mainly two options. The main top two options for freelancers in Hungary, which are KATA and GTR taxation. And then after discussing the benefits and obligations, you can choose which is the best for you. And of course, you can get information from this video, but I always suggest to please get the consultation of experienced accountant, because he or she can calculate regarding your cost and income, and also where the income is coming from, either foreign companies or individuals, or let's say local ones. So taking into account these factors, they can decide which taxation form is the best for you. If you need any accountant, we have an in-house collaborator who can help you to find out the best solution for you. Okay, so let's start with the easiest way of taxation, which is kata. So this is only possible if first you have a Thai car, second you don't have a full-time job, or you are not a student. For kata, you need to be full-time freelancer, and also you need to invoice only to individuals, not to companies, unfortunately. And this form of taxation is really easy because you just need to pay a fixed taxation of 50,000 forints per month. And of course, you need to pay the Chamber of Commerce once a year, which is 5,000 forints. The local tax, TR or flat tax rate taxation. There is, let's say, we will suppose that you will have a cost radio that you will incur in your business. Normally, for most of the freelancers, it is the 40%, but for some activities like farming or e-commerce, it can be either 80 or 90% of cost radio. And with this form of taxation, if you are invoicing to companies, and if you have a full-time job and you want to do some side business, or even if you're a student, this is the right taxation for you if you don't reach the 80 million forints. And there is something I forgot to mention. For both forms of taxations like kata and gtr, if you reach more than 12 million forints as per 2024, um, unfortunately, you will need to start paying VAT. But for these forms of taxation, if you are not reaching the 12 million forints, you don't. It's VAT free. So another thing you need to consider also for GTR is that, uh, of course, you need to pay the Chamber of Commerce fee once a year again, and of course also the local tax. You should consider it is either 1% or 2%. 2%. Um, the activities that you select will affect directly the amount of money that you will pay for the taxation. So if your activity is considered as non-qualified one, which means you don't need a high school diploma for that, like construction works, you will pay around 80 million forints, more or less. And if you have a high qualification activity that requires a high school diploma, then you will pay around 100,000 forints per month in taxation, either if you gain income or not. You need to consider this. And There is another important item that you should take into account. So if you exceed 2.32 million forints as per 2024, this is like the limit threshold for this taxation. And let's say it is May and you reach already that income of 2.32 million, then another tax will come into the loop, which is the income tax, which is around 50%. So then you will pay more tax, of course. Um, for example, for somebody who has an income of, let's say, around 2,000 euros, when you reach this threshold, let's say in March or April or May, from that point, you will pay around 170,000 forints in taxes per month. I will leave you in the link an article where I explain in more detail how you can calculate this taxation after you reach the limit of the year. And okay, this is everything for today. I hope you enjoy this chapter. I hope you have things more or less clear about the two types or more popular two types of form of taxation in Hungary. And which taxation will you choose, KATA or GTR? And if you need any help about registering your business in Hungary, dealing with bookkeeping, consultation, etc., you can contact me. I will leave you also my contact details, and me and my team will support you through all this process. Thank you so much and have a nice day. Bye bye.